Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what is it about you that makes people stop and stare. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you your crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have Strawberry Obsidian. And we have the card Secrets Revealed. For pile number 2, we have Howlite. And we have the card Miracles. And for pile number 3, we have Amethyst. And we have the card Fearless Love. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. By the way, I'm very excited to look at the reading today because, while I was setting up for your reading, I saw the number 111. So I'm very excited to just see what messages come up for you. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose the Strawberry Obsidian Crystal and the card Secrets Revealed, card number 36, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what is it about you that makes people stop and stare. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest, especially if I look into physical traits and features I see as well. So something about the red in this card is really sticking out to me. You may look very good in the color red, or you may be seen in this energy, okay? So red to me reminds me of romance, romantic energies, and the seduction, but also a very powerful energy. When you wear red, you feel powerful and you feel sensual. So I feel like you are seen to the world as people that are very sexy, very hot, very seductive. And that is the first thing about you that makes people stop and stare at you. You're also seen to carry yourself in a very powerful way where people want to know what your secret is. People want to know where you bought, your clothes. People want to know where you did your hair. People want to know where you got your jewelry. People want to know how you got your lover. For some of you that walk around with a lover, because I am feeling the vibe of romance here. So if you are in a romantic relationship, I see the energy of you kind of being a power couple, or you and your lover both looking good together, or people looking at you, staring at you, and then trying to look away because maybe you're walking with a lover and they don't want you to see them staring at you. You may also get a lot of people stare at your lover if you are in a romantic relationship. If not, you may just have a lot of people crush on you from afar. A lot of people kind of stare at you and secretly admire you from afar, more than you know, more than you'd ever think. You even have some people that stare at you and you don't even realize they're staring at you, because as soon as you look, they look away. Or they try to make it seem not obvious that they are staring at you. So that is the first vibe I'm getting here. There's something about you that's very juicy, very delicious. And I'm looking at the sunset here in the background. And you know how a sunset is so beautiful, but it's only there for a few minutes. You can only catch it for a few minutes. And I feel like that's you, when you're walking around in public, people can only catch you or stare at you for a few minutes, and then they know you're going to be gone. This must be my pile of beautiful butterflies that everyone wants to catch and keep to themselves. But then you're flying away. So, yeah, like we want to stare at the sunset forever, but we can't because the sun has its own time. Okay, it operates on. You may also really look good in photos as well because lots of people love to, take pictures of sunsets, and it's seen as very beautiful and aesthetic. So you may have a lot of aesthetic to you in the way that you look and dress and show up in the world. And you may also be very photogenic, where people may even love to stare at your photos if you have a social media, like on Instagram, on TikTok, if you post any videos. And I think people just see you as photogenic in some way. You may also have some people stare out of jealousy, because as soon as I started your pile, there has been a fly bothering me. Oh, look, there it is. Like, it's been bothering me since I started pile 1, and it's been annoying. It's been like real annoying. I don't get annoyed by small things. So, you may have some people stare at you out of jealousy, because flies to me represent envy and jealousy when I'm doing a reading. Because you may just have a lot of, I'm hearing the word sex appeal, like Spirit is showing me Marilyn Monroe almost. Like, you don't have to look like her, but you just have a lot of sexiness to you. And even with that love thing, you may get other people's lovers that look at you, or you may have a lot of eyes on you more than you realize when you're out in public, that others will get jealous because of the way you look or the way you're dressed. There's something about you that comes off as quite luxurious in the way you dress, even if you're not buying expensive or luxurious clothes or jewelry or expensive items. But there's something about your essence, your energy, that just makes you sparkle and shine, I hear. That just makes you glow, that just makes you look glamorous in some way. So there's something about that people see, and then maybe they make some assumptions that you may have a lot of money, because Queen of Sheba was a very independent woman that had a lot of wealth. And, you're showing up in this royal, regal energy. So I'm seeing this energy of people staring at you because they put you on a pedestal, because they see you as royal in some way. So I'm looking at the woman here, and I'm getting the vibe with secrets revealed. Like I said, people want to know your secrets. I'm even seeing some moms here where, let's say you bake something and other moms want to know your secret, what you put in there, or maybe you just have, I'm hearing the sauce, because I don't really use those words, but I'm hearing that. So maybe there's something about you, even not just like cooking and baking, but like you may have that type of vibe where you can put together anything, like a secret recipe for anything you do. And you seem to be very talented to others, especially those that know you or have seen you do certain things you are talented at. It can literally be anything depending on who's watching. And that may also be why people stare at you. You may even be talented at fashion, at dressing up, at, talking to people. Or you may be talented at certain hobbies or your career or certain things you do. But I'm also getting the vibe of like mystery surrounding you. Like people have an intrigue towards you where they want to know more about you, and that is why they stare at you. I'm picking up on physical features with the jawline, something about your jawline or your jaw or your facial structure that looks very appealing to others. Her hair looks very beautiful and curly there, so some of you may have beautiful curly hair or wavy hair. Something about jewelry comes up, or, you looking very glamorous. Something about you having a glow to you. Red lipstick, anything red, or just sexiness. I'm also seeing cleavage, okay, and I'm also seeing this type of vibe where you are able to dress up as your authentic self, be your authentic self in the world, express yourself the way you want. And there's something very glamorous about that, about you. Like something even about your makeup too that looks very glamorous. And even on days when you are wearing more of a natural look, that's something so beautiful too. Some of you may love to dye your hair different colors or wear wigs. That's just a specific message for some. And I see you being very juicy, very delicious. So let's take a look at this cards from the Messages from Mermaids oracle. So what is it about my pile number ones that makes people stop and stare? We have love. What was I talking about? You have a lot of eyes on you because of love, because you have people crushing on you. At the back of the deck, we have hope, and I get this vibe of like people hoping to be with you, or people hoping to be around you in your circle, or, start some kind of connection with you, even if it's not romantic. You may get people stop and stare and be like, oh, I hope to see them again, or I hope to, one day bump into them and be friends with them, or, I really hope I have the courage to ask them for their number. But I kind of feel this vibe. People feel a little bit shy and intimidated because they put you on such a pedestal that sometimes they stop themselves from coming up to you and talking to you. There's also something about your lips coming through, your eyes. Some of you may have very beautiful eyes. I'm seeing some of you have colored eyes or wear contacts, and I'm looking at this card at the back of the deck and her beach waves. Some of you just may have very beautiful hair. And I'm also picking up on this glow to you. I'm also looking at this love card and it looks like she's kind of shy, like covering up, but she's not wearing anything there. So I still get this vibe of sensuality. No matter what you're wearing or the clothes you wear, you could even dress in a very modest way, but people still see you as sexy. And this is what makes them stop and stare. Something about your side profile too looks very good. Or when you do little things like move your hair or play with your hair, I don't know. You may also sometimes look a little bit shy and like cute. So now let's take a look at this oracle deck. This is the Priestess of Light oracle deck. So we have one card in between here. We have the Justice card. It's very interesting. So what is it about my pile number ones that makes people stop and stare? We have precognition with psychic ability and future vision. Card number 13. I feel like people are just drawn to you and your energy. There's something about your energy that feels really good to people, especially those that are able to pick up on energies like clairsentiently, or empathic people that are able to feel into certain energies. We also have the card Calming the Waters with Peaceful Self-Regulation, but I'm not going to take it due to space, but like, even look at her dress looks quite transparent, and I'm still getting this vibe of like people wanting to see like you. Yeah. You may also have this type of energy of like showing up in the world with confidence or with a leadership energy. This may just be what people perceive from you from first impressions, because sometimes even strangers can stop and stare at you, but there's also something very mystical about you, very peaceful about you and your vibe, that people are very drawn to you. And I'm seeing the number 222 clairvoyantly. So you may actually get a lot of people feel like they are drawn to you for a specific reason, or feel like you came into their life for a specific reason. Kind of like Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay. So we're gonna use the Muse Tarot in a bit. So Spirit Guides on my pile number ones. What is it about them that makes people stop and stare? This card wanted to come out. We have the Four of Wands. The fly is bothering me again. So people see you very happy. They see you very happy. They see you, maybe even they think you're blessed because this card was at the back of the deck. Harvest, gathering of blessings. But with 4-4, you're very protected at the back of the deck. You're very, very protected from all negative energies and jealousy. But, you know, you may look very happy. Very happy. You may look like you are having fun, smiling, laughing when you're out with friends or by yourself, maybe smiling at your phone, I don't know. But there's something about you that just gives off this aura of happiness, of joy, even if you don't smile. This aura of like you celebrating something in your life. And with the Justice card, I see this energy of you having this powerful energy of being in your truth. You know, you're going to wear what you want to wear. You're going to act how you want to act. You know, you're living in your truth. Speaking your truth even. At the back of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So this romantic energy is within you. You have a very romantic essence to you, where people naturally crush on you. But we also spoke about that energy of like you being in a couple or something like that. So I'm also picking up on some of you have a really nice nose. Yeah, a really nice nose, a very nice smile. People like to look at you smile. There's something about your aura that just gives off this glow, your vibe too. That's why people are drawn to you. You see, you got people staring at you. Like, who is that person over there? Who are my pile number ones? I want to know them. And I love that synchronicity that there's a sunset in the background here. And then we have the lovers. More confirmation. And then we have the Four of Swords. You look very relaxed when you're out in public. You look very calm. And I guess, like I said, people are just drawn to your energy. People feel calm and safe in your presence. And look at the roses here. There's still this romantic essence coming through of like, people maybe even feeling like, I want to take care of them. I want to spoil them. Or maybe you looking like you have a lot of self-love. Like you do little things for yourself like skincare, or even just going to the gym and eating healthy, or doing little things for yourself that make you feel good. It looks like you have a lot of self-love. We have the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. I'm also looking at this person dance over here, and I'm still getting that vibe of what I said earlier of you being very talented at certain things. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. And the Seven of Swords. Oh my gosh, and that fly came out when I pulled this card. Like, that's so weird. At the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. So what is it about you that makes people stop and stare at my pile number ones? You know, you have this very sweet persona to you for those that know you, or you look very sweet. You look very juicy. Even looking at these grapes here. You look like you're a lot of fun to be around, or that people just really enjoy your presence. Okay? There is this mysteriousness to you, this mystique, a luxurious quality to you. And maybe you look to strangers and to the public eye like you have everything you wish for, with the Nine of Cups and the genie lamp here. And even if you don't think so yourself, you know, you could have love. They think maybe you have money. They think maybe you have joy. Maybe you have peace, some talents. You know, people may see things in their own perspective, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, you have something they wish for, and I guess that may sometimes attract some jealousy here with the Seven of Swords. Maybe they even wish people were staring at them instead of you. And I'm kind of getting this vibe of like them looking at you and staring at you with negativity, but I don't want to focus on that. That's not what we're going to focus on. So, I even feel a weirdness in my voice, like they can't say it to your face. So, do you know the show Euphoria and Rue, played by Zendaya? And how there's one line where she says, but none of it was ever real. I just heard that, and I was looking at the smoke here, and it reminded me of smoke and mirrors. So for them, it's an illusion, you know, because you know, they could look at you and think you have everything you want and have everything you wish for, but they don't see everything about your life. They don't know you, you know. So, you know, you may even see them and think that they have something you want. For example, let's say someone looks at you and they're like, oh my gosh, I love that person's hair. I wish I had their hair. But maybe you're looking at them and thinking the exact same thing. Or, you know, sometimes I'm hearing what glitters isn't gold. Like, sometimes people only see the outside experience. Like, maybe they see you being happy that day and they think that you're always happy. I think that's a little bit impossible for a human to always be happy because we have a vast experience of emotions. You know what I mean? You even have people in their head after staring at you, you know, they may think about you a lot after, even after encountering you. Like you have a very memorable look to you. Or, you know, you may have some people look at you, and I'm hearing Pinterest board, like see you as their inspiration, is their Pinterest board, and like, ooh, I want to get that dress. Make a mental note of it. So there's something about that. And the energies of communication and people wanting to talk to you but feeling a little bit shy. And the reason why people stop and stare at you is because there's something very free spirited about you. You look very free spirited, very mystical. Very much like in your own element, I'm hearing. You're kind of just flowing with life, and there's something about you and your energy that attracts people. You give off this very sweet vibe, and I'm looking at these jewels and I'm getting like you're a rare gem. Maybe you have a unique look to you that not many have seen before, or a uniqueness to your style or your vibe. And I feel with the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, maybe Nine of Pentacles energy is what you embody. But I feel like people that know you will know that it took a lot of consistency, it took a lot of hard work, it took a lot of time and effort to get the things you've wished for, to get the things you wanted, and that there is no reason to be jealous of that because if they put in their own time and work towards that, they can get that too. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading, my pile number ones. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this Howlite crystal and the card Miracles, card number 42, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what is it about you that makes people stop and stare. So straight away, I'm being pulled to you and people feeling like you have a pure angelic soul based off your vibe. You know, you look very much like angelic in the way you look. And I'm also hearing wifey material as I look at the white dress. Or marriage material, depending on who's watching. Just take what resonates, leave the rest, my pile number twos. I'm also looking at this image and her nails are really sticking out to me. So some of you could have beautiful hands, beautiful nails. If you like to do your nails, that could be the reason why people stop and stare at you. Or they could just think you have very nice hands, very nice fingers, very nice nails, regardless of what they look like. I'm also looking at the hibiscus flower in this image here. Okay, so my pile number twos, I'm reading about hibiscus here. It says here red hibiscus represents passion, love, and desire. Pink hibiscus represents friendship, femininity, and love. This kind of looks like a reddish pink, so I'm going to take both meanings. I could be mistaken, but I feel like, you know, you may have this innocent, youthful beauty to you. Very much like an angel, very much like you look very angelic and beautiful, or handsome in some way in your physical appearance. But then there could also be an energy of people feeling a desire for you when they stare at you, or people feeling like they want to be friends with you because your vibe just gives off this beautiful, graceful energy. Because I'm reading here, hibiscus is regarded as a symbol of beauty, femininity, and grace. It is represented by the energy of the heart chakra, which is associated with compassion, empathy, and unconditional love. So the reason why people stop and stare at you is because you are someone that really embodies the energy of the heart chakra. And regardless of what you look like, when you are stepping into this place of the heart, you are going to attract eyes on you. You're going to be magnetic. You know, people may just look at you, not just because you have a physical attractiveness to you, you do, but they also feel there's something about your vibe that attracts them in, and it's you being in your heart space. And I also feel the sacral chakra energies, but I feel like that's something you're healing within. Healing your confidence within yourself. But the reason why people stop and stare at you is because they think you have a lot of gracefulness. I'm getting this vibe of, I'm hearing gratitude, and I'm seeing this energy of classiness. You know, people see you as a very classy person, having a lot of femininity, having a lot of beauty on the internal, but also the external. And people see you as a very peaceful, very soft, youthful person, okay? You could look younger than your age, or you could have this youthful look to you, a very feminine look to you, regardless of your gender, or you could embody that femininity by like just being very soft and graceful. And when I say femininity, I don't mean that as an insult to men watching. You know, a man can watch this reading, and it's not that a woman can see you as like feminine. It can just be like maybe you look like someone that is really in your heart space, kind and generous. Or maybe you look like someone that respects the feminine energy. or you look like someone just very gentle or connected to your emotions, you know. So that's something I want to say. There's something about you that looks very sincere. The word graceful keeps coming to mind. And elegance. Something about you looking very elegant. And it doesn't matter what you dress up as, you look very elegant. I'm seeing someone here like to dress up in color or wear dresses. You know, it doesn't have to resonate with everyone, but I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing there's something about your makeup that looks very good if you do wear makeup. Something about your smile. Like your smile looks very good. And I'm seeing something about you being able to express yourself through fashion in a very creative way. There's something about your style that is very unique and creative, and I'm smelling a scent. There's something about your scent too that makes people stop and stare. Okay, and I'm also feeling like the way you show up in the world, you love to express yourself. It's kind of like people see you as someone that really stands out. People see you as someone that is embodying confidence with the way you walk, with the way you talk. I'm getting some of you maybe Leo risings, or people may be getting the impression that you have like Leo energy, that you're just very confident in yourself, even if you're not a Leo. Yeah, I keep getting your fashion style is the reason why people stop and stare, and your smile and your aura, your vibe, but you also have a lot of physical beauty to you or attractiveness to you. I'm picking up on rings too, and something about like when you smile, your teeth looks good too. I feel like if I had to explain your beauty in words, Spirit is not really giving me that many physical features, but I'm seeing like your eyes, your lips, your smile, the things you wear, something about your nose too. Like I'm seeing someone here contour their nose and it looks really good. May not resonate with everyone. Um, but if I had to compare your beauty, I see your beauty being like a flower. Very graceful, very gentle, very beautiful. And you know, when we see flowers, we even want to smell it. So there's also something about your scent. Um, and you know, you want to pick it up, you want to touch it, you want to put it in your hair. Like people feel they want to be around you. For example, like let's say you have really beautiful hair. People could want to come up to you and play with your hair or braid it or something like that. Or let's say you have beautiful hands. You know, someone could want to touch your hands and think your hands are very soft. There's something about that, like people wanting to touch your skin even, like maybe your skin just looks very soft and moisturized. Or maybe someone here that stares at you is someone that is in the beauty industry and they see you have a very beautiful face and it's like they have that urge to say, you know, I love to do makeup on you. Or someone maybe is a nail tech. They love to do your nails because you have beautiful hands. Like that's a vibe I'm getting. It may not resonate with everyone, but that's what I'm seeing. So let's use the messages from Mermaid's Oracle first. So I'm even looking at the back of the deck card. When people stare at you, they quickly turn away. They quickly hide that they were staring at you. And I'm hearing the song Pretty When You Cry by Lana Del Rey. So some of you may sometimes have a sad look in your eyes, or this is just how it's perceived. But then when you have a smile on your face, you look very happy. So I don't know. I guess people could just be intrigued. So spirit guides on my pile number 2s. What is it about them that makes people stop and stare? We have the card Truth. You live in your authentic truth by the way you express yourself. At the back of the deck, we have Blessings. So you look like you have a lot of blessings, maybe in the things you wear, the car you drive. I don't know, people just think you have blessings and that's why they stop and stare at you. Okay, and you're also living in your authentic truth by wearing what you want to wear, by dressing up how you want to dress. People think you embody this energy of being your authentic self in the world, and that's what makes them stop and stare. So, spirit guides are my pile number twos. What about them makes people stop and stare? Also, while I was talking, I kept twirling my hair. So maybe some of you do little things like that, or something about your hair. Or maybe you do little things like that that just make people stare. We have grateful optimism with joyous view of the future. Card number 51. And at the back of the deck, we have sacred purpose. So I feel like you have a very memorable beauty or a very memorable look to you, or I'm hearing the word vibrancy. There's something very vibrant about you. There's also something very soft about you and the way you look, like the way clothes fall on you, it falls on your body perfectly, is what people think from their perspective. So you embody a cuteness to you as well. I'm seeing people think you're very cute. People like the way your skin looks. Something about your skin looks very healthy. And your lips too, your eyes. You have like a glow to your face, to your body. I don't know, like I get this vibe of like you're very moisturized. And yeah, that's the vibe I get. I'm also getting an energy here where people look at you and they want to see you in the future again. That's why they stop and stare. It's like, oh, I want to see that person again in the future. I want to be friends with them. I want to be their lover. That kind of energy. So there's something about you where people stare at you and they feel like they saw you that day for a reason. Like, let's say, for example, you bump into someone at the grocery store and you just say one small thing to them. You know, sometimes they hold on to that and they're like, that person said it to me for a reason, it was a sign, or like I'm seeing that type of energy, or someone sometimes like even obsess over you, like staring at you. But I don't feel like it's a bad obsession. It's like they kind of obsess over you the whole day and they're like, I hope I see that person in the future. But then it's not so much where it's like stalker energy. So I don't want anyone to worry from that. And there's something about you where you look very optimistic, you look very happy, or you just look very grateful for the things you do have. And people are very attracted to your vibe. That's something I see. We have the Fool card. Yeah, you have an optimism to you. Also with the Fool, I'm getting the vibe of like, I've never seen you around here before. Like, there's something new about your look or about you. Like, they've never seen you before, so they're intrigued. Who are you? You know what I mean? And then we have the card, the King of Pentacles. So I spoke about blessings, and here we see that again. You know, you may look like you have financial blessings in your life. That could be why people stop and stare. I mean, maybe even people like to stare at you while you're driving. Something about that's coming through. Maybe it's the car you drive. Maybe you wear glasses when you drive, sunglasses or glasses. Or maybe they're attracted to you. And with the King of Pentacles, I'm getting the vibe of like people thinking you are luxurious in some way. We have the Death card. We have the Three of Swords. And with miracles, you know, maybe that's why there is this energy of miracles here. Like they see you having a lot of miracles in your own life, or people that may know you, like local people that know you, may know that you've gone through many transformations in your life through pain or sadness, and you're now experiencing miracles and you're very optimistic for the future, maybe on some kind of new beginning here with the Fool. There's this energy here of rebirth. We have the Lovers, so people may stare at you because they're very attracted to you and, want to ask you out on a date, but they may resist it a little bit with the Seven of Wands. Or they may find you a little bit irresistible. That's what I'm getting with these two card combinations. The Two of Cups even wants to come out. Some of you may have been drawn to pile number one, by the way, because pile number one had a lot of romantic energies. They had the energies of truth. So, spirit guides on my pile number two. What is it about them that makes people stop and stare? We have the King of Pentacles again with the Muse of Materials. We have the Hanged Muse, so you're showing up as a muse. We have the Ten of Cups. And I'm hearing that song Bad Habit by Steve Lacy, where he's like, I bite my tongue, it's a bad habit. So, you may get a lot of people that stop and stare at you because they're secretly crushing on you. And then later when they go home, they're like, oh, I should have just had the courage to go up to them and speak to them. I missed out on that opportunity now. Maybe even some people want to be friends with you. And it's like they feel a little bit like scared of rejection is what I'm hearing. Or a little bit insecure, like they don't want to just come up to you and have you reject them. At the back of the deck, we have the World. And I'm getting the vibe like people all across the world could stare at you if you're someone that travels or if you're someone that posts on social media. People across the world could stare at you, or even this type of vibe of people from many different countries, places, backgrounds, all of them could stare at you. Even if you're just in one city or one country, like, you may just have many different people stare at you. So I'm still getting the vibe of beautiful hair. Like if you ever wear your hair in a bun, or beautiful hair in general. Maybe something about covering your hair, or being a little bit more modest for some of you. But even if some of you dress more modestly, there's still like a lot of good fashion energy here. Or even no matter how you dress, like even if it's a little bit more revealing, there's people that really like your fashion style. If people ever see you go shopping, or something about your bag looks really good, or the clothes you wear looks very good, then people stop and stare at you. People may also stare at you because you inspire them here. You're showing up as the Muse of Materials, so you inspire them in terms of your material belongings. Okay, this could be your car, this could be the clothes you wear, this could be jewelry you wear, bags you wear. Maybe just even the way you style it and put it together, or the way you pull it off. I'm hearing that song that's like, Baby, I'm a Fashion Killer. I think it's Destroy Lonely, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm hearing a ringing in my ears. So fashion keeps coming through. Something about some of your legs look very good. Like you have really good looking legs. No matter your gender. And I'm looking at her makeup here, and her eyelashes and her eyeliner looks really good. Even her eyebrows. So some of you could have that. Some of you have really beautiful eyes. Some of you have brown eyes. Some of you have blue or green eyes or hazel eyes. Some of you definitely could have been drawn to pile one because I spoke about a sunset and we see it here. So you could have a beauty like a sunset where everyone wants to keep it around. I said something about the sunset's not here for long. Then it leaves, but then it's so beautiful. And people want to take pictures of the sunset. So, you could also be very photogenic too. Like people could stare at you on social media. I feel like people think you look very happy with the Ten of Cups. You look overjoyed, or if you ever walk with friends or a lover, you look very happy. And maybe that's also why sometimes people resist coming up to you and talking to you if you are in a romantic relationship. Because, there's a sense here of respecting your relationship, but then at the same time being attracted to you and being like, I'm hearing, oh, bummer. Like, I wish I had that person. So I think this is all I have for you, my pile number twos. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this amethyst crystal and the card Fearless Love, card number 25, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what is it about you that makes people stop and stare. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. As soon as I, connect, I felt like a cool breeze on me. And I felt also very hot in your energy. And I also feel a little bit like sleepy and daydreamy. So what I take from that is there is a warmth to you, but people also see you as very hot, very sexy. But people also see you as a very dreamy person. You have a very dreamy, celestial look to you in the way that you look. Very cosmic. Okay. Mystical, magical in some way. But then you also have this type of energy that is very calming, like a cool breeze, very soothing, that people are drawn to. You look very comfortable within yourself. You look very calm. You look very, maybe even in a daydream energy, like in your own world. And it's kind of like people are wanting to be a part of your world or wanting to understand what you're thinking about or what you're daydreaming about. It's like they feel intrigued about what's in your head. Okay, so this is why people stare at you. But that dreaminess too, it kind of makes people feel a little bit hypnotized by you when they stare at you. It's a little bit like I'm hypnotized by you and I can't stop staring, and then eventually I realize I've been staring for like 10 seconds or a minute and I quickly look away embarrassed. Like I feel that energy where they don't even realize they're doing it until after, and it's like they sort of fell under this hypnosis with you because you're so dreamy. I'm hearing the word obsession and admire, so people may sometimes obsess over you a little bit in the way you look or the clothes you wear, but I don't feel it's bad or negative. Like I said, it's that hypnotization energy. It's almost like you put people under a spell, but it's not really a real spell. It's just your vibe. And with admire, a lot of people secretly admire you from afar, and that's why they stop and stare at you. Okay, so I also feel an energy of self-love coming from you. So you may be that type of person that is embodying a lot of love, firstly. I see you embodying the energies of the heart chakra, love, unconditional love. And that may be the reason why people are drawn to you and your energy, but you also may have a lot of beauty or a lot of attractiveness or hotness, but also a dreaminess to you. And I feel like that may sometimes attract jealousy, but it may also attract admiration because it looks like you love yourself deeply. It looks like you carry yourself with grace. There's a softness to you in the way that you look. Like, even in the way you move, there's something so soft and graceful about that and very dreamy about you. And your whole persona, like the way you look, just screams, look at me. Like, that type of person that will walk on stage, for example. Spirit showed me like someone on stage and, they're the best. Like, let's say they are doing like a music competition, for example, and they're the best, and everyone has just forgotten about everyone else they've seen because this person has showstopper energy and they just have that it factor to them. And I feel like that's you, where everyone just notices you and can't stop staring at you. Okay? Because you have that energy about you. Like with these peacock feathers, you stand out. When you think of a peacock and it's trying to attract its mate, it lets out its beautiful feathers. So maybe you also attract a lot of eyes on you from people that are romantically interested in you. Okay? Maybe without even trying. There's just something about you. Maybe even the way you sit or the way you stand, the way you have like your poise, that's something that people stare at. There's something about you that just shines, that just stands out. And there's also something very glamorous about you that people feel they want to stare at you more. Regardless of whether you agree with that or not, this is other people's perception of you. There's also something very luxurious about the way you look, regardless of if you agree. Like I said, this is other people's perceptions of you. Because this card came out with the intro card that I pulled, Level Up, and it says here Queen, so you could have a Queen King energy. Okay. People could just see you and think that you have a lot of the things you're wishing for, or that you are going places in terms of your life. Maybe just based off first impressions and appearances, this may just be what they think. Okay? And there's something about you that looks very relaxed and calm, graceful, elegant too. You give off this very Venusian vibe and you shine brightly. And that is why people are staring at you. So, in terms of physical traits and features, I see there's something about your voice. Like when you speak in public, people may stare at you more because they want to find out who's speaking. And then they may turn to look at you and find out who you are. I'm feeling like people may also sometimes stare at you because they feel a little bit insecure within themselves and they kind of put you on a little bit of a pedestal. And people see you as a king, a queen, very royal energy. Okay, people see you to have a very bright energy to you. There's something about you being very bright and vivid. You having a lot of color to you. Maybe even color looks good on you, or even if you don't wear a lot of color, there's something about clothing looking good on you, or looking very, I keep getting the word luxurious on you. Like even this dress she's wearing looks so pretty. There's also something about your skin that people like. Um, did I mention your smile? I keep seeing your smile. I see someone here that is a mother or father, and people are staring at you because it looks like there's a lot of love between you and your kids. Someone here, or a lot of people here, have a very nice body and people like to stare at your body. Someone here likes to wear lipstick with lip liner, with a lip liner that is a little bit darker than their lips, and people may stare at that. Or lipstick in general, if you like to wear lipstick. Yeah, I keep seeing lipstick. I see something about your hips, like for some of you, your hips look nice to people. And I'm seeing something about a very romantic appearance, like some of you have a romantic essence to you. in the way that you look. Okay, and I'm also seeing like the way I can describe your physical appearance, it's like you are like silk, the most expensive silk in the world, and everyone wants to buy the silk. Like that's the way Spirit is comparing it, but silk is very soft. It's very like that's you. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm seeing that. And I'm seeing if there are any men watching. I'm seeing something about like your body looks very good. And for women, there's something about your skin looking very soft too, and glowy and hydrated. I'm seeing something about someone here likes to wear watches and your fashion style. People like your fashion style. That's why they stare at you. There's something about your eyelashes too. Eyelashes is coming through, and the way that you stand or sit. So yeah, my pile number 3 is you just shine, you just stand out, and regardless of the way you look, when you are feeling good about yourself, when you're feeling comfortable in what you're wearing, when you're feeling at your best within the way you feel about yourself, that just makes others want to stare at you even more. Um, it's kind of like you can even be in pajamas and feel good about yourself, and no one's going to notice you're wearing pajamas. That is the comparison Spirit is giving me. I'm also seeing accessories, so we're going to use the messages from Mermaid's Oracle deck. So, Spirit guides on my pile number 3s. May I please look into why do people stare at them? Why do they stop and stare? What is it about them? We have relaxation. And we have miracles. Some of you may have been drawn to pile 2. Pile 2 had the card miracles. Okay, and then at the back of the deck we have be spontaneous, and I spoke about a Venusian energy, and this card reminds me of that, like Venusian energy. Some of you may also like look very good in eye makeup or makeup in general or lip gloss. Your body keeps coming through regardless of what your body looks like. People like your body. There's a sensuality to you too, and people think that you are experiencing miracles in your life. You know, like the Van Gogh painting, like these swirls over here kind of remind me of it. And like people looking at you and feeling like they've sort of gone into a painting. You're a work of art, my pile number 3s. I'm seeing someone here wear waist beads. May not resonate with everyone, but I'm just seeing that. Or something around your waist, like accessories around your waist. And some of you have very cute faces. Yeah. When you're relaxed, it's like people are drawn to you. So you have this calming vibe. Spirit guys on my pile number 3s. What is it about them that makes people stop and stare? We have courage with strength, fierceness, and family, card number 2. So people think that you are someone embodying this energy of standing out, embodying this energy of having a lot of confidence in yourself, regardless of if you think you do have confidence or not. This is what the outside world thinks when they stare at you, you know. They think that you're very fierce. Like, it almost reminds me of Beyonce's energy, like that fierceness, confidence, queen bee energy, king bee energy too. So yeah, that's the energy I see. I also feel you have a very healing energy, and people are just drawn to your energy in general. So we're gonna use the Muse Tarot in a bit. And what I feel, some of you may also have this an intense stare and something like I'm looking at her cheeks here and they look very good. as if she contoured or highlighted them. Maybe some of you do that. We have the Magician. And I'm getting the vibe with the Magician, like whatever you create is gold. Like, for example, if you go out into the world and you um, do your makeup or you do your hair or your nails or your fashion style, whatever you create looks very good. But then also, if you, for example, are someone like a mom that brings cupcakes to school for their kids, it's like people may stare at you because of that. Or if you love to bake or cook or anything like that, that's something I see. Okay, oh my gosh, we even have the Page of Swords, so I get this vibe of children for some of you. And then at the back of the deck, we have the Temperance card. So if you've ever been to a bar, a club, people may stare at you there because they think you're very sexy. Maybe they want to buy you a drink. Something about your kids being cute for some of you. Like, and I'm getting the vibe some of you have short hair, some of you have longer hair. And there is also a vibe of some looking at you because they feel jealous of you. I keep getting that. So, Spirit Guides, Knight of Wands in reverse. Spirit Guides of my pile number 3s, but the reason there's jealousy is because they perceive you to have a lot of self-love. They perceive you to be someone that stands out. And maybe they want to be stared at too, We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Justice card. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Wands. I don't know why I wanted to say 9 of Pentacles. Some of you embody that luxurious 9 of Pentacles energy, or that energy of like, you've worked hard for the things you wanted and it may have been challenging, but you seem to have that material side, or material possessions may be why people look at you or stare at you. Maybe the things you're wearing, the car you drive, something about material possessions. Then we have the 5 of Swords, and I get the vibe of like the eyes here and them like staring and sending evil eyes. So I just want to say, protect your energy when you go out, because I'm looking at the grape here and it's like they're dangling this grape in this person's face. So maybe people that sometimes look at you and stare at you out of jealousy, like send you negative energy through the eyes because they think you're showing off or something. But I don't think you're showing off. I think if you've worked hard for something you like and you're wearing it, or you're driving your car, that's not showing off. You've worked hard for it and you deserve to use that thing. Okay? And then we also have the Ace of Cups. And at the back of the deck, we have the Muse of Materials. So although some may be jealous, some are also inspired by you. You're a muse to them. You're a work of art. Okay? So I'm clairvoyantly seeing an image of someone walk their dog. So some of you, like, people stare because maybe they think your dog or your pets are cute. And I'm also seeing something about family, like walking around with family and people staring at you, or people staring at you if you walk around with your friends, or a lover if you are in a romantic relationship. But there's something about the love here that shows through, and a lot of loyalty that shows through when you walk together in public. And that's why people stare at you, or they're also just very intrigued by you. And maybe how you got some of the material abundance you have, but there's also a humbleness coming through with you. You stand out, but you look quite humble. You look like you have self-love and you're relaxed within your sense of self, but you also look humble at the same time to those that stare at you, and that's something very surprising. I'm also looking at her glittery dress. Maybe some of you love to dress up in glittery things. And I'm hearing fashion icon, like people will sometimes look at you and be like, "Ooh, I want to get that what they're wearing," like because they're very inspired by your fashion style. I'm looking at this woman over here, and I never thought this before every time I looked at the card, but I kind of got the vibe like she looks like a Kardashian kind of, but not really. But maybe some of you may get some people think that you look like a certain type of celebrity or have certain type of features like a celebrity, even if you don't think so yourself. Like, some of you may even have mixtures. Like, how they're like, oh, that person looks like Selena Gomez and Rihanna had a baby. Like that type of energy. And with the Three of Wands, I guess people just think you're going places. Like just based off physical appearances and what they see of based off you. Um, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, I'm getting the vibe that people feel more excited to see you than you are to them. Like you may not notice them around, but they notice you and get excited when they see you. So, for example, let's say you always buy coffee at a specific coffee shop and someone there is crushing on you and they get excited to see you, but you don't even remember them. Or you go to your local grocery store and there's someone there that also goes there and they're secretly crushing on you. Like, that's the vibe I pick up here. Doesn't have to be with the examples I gave, but I'm seeing something about that. And with the Justice card, I feel like the voice is coming through, like people liking to hear your voice. So this is what I have for you, my pile number threes. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!